This is where we go when we have no place to go. We just hang out.
Hi everybody, we're Pat and Miles from SHOTTY, and today we're going to talk to you about making our music video for This Is Where We Go.
This is our newest music video, so spoilers, if you haven't watched it, click that back button on your browser and go back and watch the music video for This Is Where We Go.
We're about to spoil the crud out of our music video, so if you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Thanks, Pat.
Here's the story of how we made our video. It all happened a long time ago. We were recording our song This Is Where We Go in our producer's studio in Silver Lake, and we were mixing it and it was sounding so good and we were just chilling. And then our producer says, you guys should do a music video for it, but not like one of your homebrew music videos.
So what did we decide to do?
An expensive homebrew music video. So what does that mean, homebrew? Probably a better camera, someone who knows what they're doing, maybe lights. Flash forward, we were in the green room at a concert, and then we meet this guy, Victor, who's a video guy, and we just immediately got along. We were joking with each other right away, and we said, will you make a music video for us? And he said, yeah, I will. He came to us with some sort of monster, werewolf, then we kind of threw Giant Robot in there, and this started clicking with us because we have like a big list of things we want to make videos about, and Power Rangers and Godzilla, all this stuff has been there for a long time, but we never really knew how to do it. So we're with this professional video guy, and we keep saying, I don't know, can we do this? And he's like, yeah, we can. We can build a fake city, we can build a giant robot, and we can do it. It was definitely the biggest project we'd ever taken on. So then the next thing we had to do after we planned this video is we had to make a bunch of stuff, and I think that's some of your biggest strengths.
Yeah, I mean,
putting cardboard things together.
I don't know about strengths or bigness or nothing, but
okay.
like I was, the whole video with Pat turning into a monster and me building the giant robot to save him from whatever craziness was going on. You know, that really inspired me. So I was watching Super Sentai Kaku Rangers, which is like the original Japanese Power Rangers. I was really inspired by it. I was like, I want costumes like that. I want action. And so the whole idea of the video was along those lines. So I built the robot costume out of cardboard and silver spray paint, and that's my video experience. I just was so focused on the robot. Like build the robot. Because I was afraid it wasn't going to come together. But it finally came together, and like wearing it, and it's just awesome. And I don't even know. It's awesome.
You were huge and scary. Yeah. Miles is a scary robot.
In the end, we ended up having to... It kind of like fell apart so many times. And I think I inhaled so much like chrome paint fumes.
All... Chrome paint is in our DNA now. Watching all these old Japanese films was super inspiring because they were all about how to do special effects on a low budget with models and dressing in big costumes. So we actually studied some of the special effects of Power Rangers, like how they grow into a huge monster, and I tried to do that exact same thing in editing with the energy radiating off of me as I grow. It wasn't as cool as Power Rangers, but I think I did a pretty good job.
What was your favorite memory of the music video shoot?
One of the biggest things I remember is how much laughing we all did. We would shoot anything and then we'd all watch it and we'd just be cracking up, so that's how we knew we were getting good stuff. But I remember in the scene where the mailman handed me a box and I ripped it out of his hand and slammed the door in his face. We did that so many times, and the one perfect take, I just had this image of Victor, who was our mailman. I had this image of his face as I ripped the box out of his hands, and he's just going... And then I slammed the door in his face, and he looked so sad, and I screamed, I'm sorry! I broke character for a bit, but it was a really good take. He was a really good sad mailman. Do you have any favorite moments from shooting the video?
Shooting the cockpit scene was really cool. I was in my full-on, getting ready to fight, and putting on the helmet and put on the goggles. I think just putting on the costumes and like getting into the zone is just the best. Like, I'm sure you can, when you're in the monster costume and like it's rolling, even if it's like, I don't know, it's just so funny and so weird. And
we're flashing lights at him and like throwing stuff at him and shaking the camera. When you're in that cockpit, what do you see when you're looking forward? Like, what do you see?
It's mostly darkness with like blinding lights, because like the lights are on your face. Yeah, and then you're just seeing the inside of your imagination as I'm fighting with my
with
what
your crutches.
Crutches, you know.
And your fake dog and your Nintendo controller.
Yeah, yeah.
You did some awesome acting there. I wanted to ask you, because your acting was so good, what was your approach to that role? Because you were playing Miles, and you are Miles.
Yes, Pat, I'm glad you asked. As a method actor, I lived a life as a robot, a giant one, in fact, for 3 months. I didn't eat anything but oil.
How did you get some of those emotions as your character?
The music video kind of represents our real life, you know, our desire to be rock stars, and maybe Pat's insane drive to be a rock star, like write music, like maybe drives us to become monsters. No one wants to see their best friend go missing or go insane, so, you know, we can all relate. I relate. I didn't prepare at all. I just said, hey, guys, what's up? And they're like, rolling. I'm like, cool. If you were to turn into a monster, I'd save you. And if I happen to save the world, you know, as a byproduct, sure, like, it's fine. So there's a lot of, like, little details in this movie, little Easter eggs in this music video. And Pat, you made them all. Can you tell us what they are and how you made them and, like, how they fit into the story?
Photoshop. We had this big list of things we needed, like a shipping label, warning signs, and I saw it as an opportunity to put a little joke into everything, so I tried to put as many Easter eggs as I could. And I think I'm so funny. I think I'm funnier than anyone else thinks I am. So I was so funny. There's some really funny stuff.
Yeah, oops, extra tingly wires. I mean, come on, comedy gold.
Thank you.
Oh, I hate tingly wires, don't you? But you also built yourself a Godzilla on Photoshop with you.
That's true.
As Godzilla.
That's true. And
put it in
we
the
also
Dungeons &
made
Dragons book.
the Lego cockpit. We made a Lego cockpit of Miles with palm trees and tiny little lamps in there to light it up.
Yeah. Vic built the clouds and the small little city.
And the big M.
The miniature White House. I mean, the regular-sized White House. And the cockpit.
It was a team effort.
Yeah.
And a huge thank you to everyone who helped us. Vic, Carly, all the rest. You guys were great. I don't know if you have an answer. What was the worst part of filming the video?
I think the worst part about shooting this music video and shooting other videos and doing projects is when it's over and you get really sick. Like, one, it's over and you're like, oh, all this work you put into it, you're like, wow, the actual shooting is over. And then the next day you wake up and you, like, can't breathe and you're coughing. I'm not sure this happens every time you finish. Like, every time you finish something, you get sick or something. I don't know, but, like, got sick.
There's a lot of dry wind. We spent a whole day in dry wind, and then we spent all night in that garage fighting in our costumes. See? It's chronic. For me, the worst part of the video was the first day. We drove out to Santa Clarita to shoot. We went to one big field forest area. It wasn't good enough, so we went to another one, and we set up the shot, and I put on my lobster claws. And this was a shot of me walking down a hill being like, oh, what's happening to me?
Yeah, down off the train tracks on this really, like, kind of steep and rocky...
He said action, and I go for my first shot, and the first thing I do is slip, and my knee, like, it went out, like it popped out, and I just fell on the ground. I let out a little pat yelp, and I was on the ground, like, immediately nauseous and dizzy, and like, I broke my whole everything. And then we stopped the camera, and we're like, are we about to not shoot our music video?
Yeah.
But luckily for us, the pain faded away, and I was able to shoot without incident.
Yeah,
I think it kind of got me into the mood. It brought the pain and the reality to this whole shoot.
Yeah, maybe we have it in the outtakes reel. You should check out our outtakes video.
We do. I can't watch it because I can still feel it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Pat, you edited the whole thing.
I edited it.
What's that like? What's your process?
I used Sony Vegas to edit. Man, I could get super nerdy, but I'll save that. If you guys want me to make a video about how I edited it, I'll make a video. But short story is, I used a lot of masking, glowing, keyframes, and chroma key. I think I learned a lot while editing this video. I think I got better by the end of it. So I'm really looking forward to the next music video because I think I'm going to
Yeah.
be like, no, I'm level 2, so then I'll be level 3.
Yeah, I mean, we already shot the next music video, so Pat's kind of already editing. You won't watch this video until like maybe a little later, so by the time you're watching it, that video might be, done, and then like, it's a lot of work. What's the meaning of this music video and the deeper meaning and what's the...
There's a deep meaning.
I'm such a
to the
great
music video.
interviewer.
To me, it represents something that I've been experiencing for my entire life when I kind of decided to pursue music, and I started sacrificing fun and sacrificing friends and all this stuff to devote more time to music. And then you reach this point years later where you kind of have neither, and I feel like I'm an emotionally underdeveloped husk of a human, or a monster, if you will. So I do think I have drank the proverbial rock star potion, and just like in the music video, I lose sight of everything. I lose sight of why I'm doing it. The message of the music video is finding your sound and coming back and realizing that the very beginning of the music video, when we're having band practice, that is us. That is our core. That is our sound. And I lost sight of that throughout the video, and I did a bunch of stupid things. But at the very end, I kind of relearned that. That's why we do everything we do.
How did you relearn it?
By destroying a bunch of stuff and becoming a giant monster and summoning a guitar with magic.
Yeah, sometimes you need to destroy things. Don't hurt people. Don't destroy other people's stuff. But like, if you have stuff that you want to break, you can break it.
What is it? How
To
you
me,
feel?
I mean, I think the music video represents Pat and I, our friendship, and this is where we go. Like, this is where we go when stuff is bad, when we're not feeling good. And Pat's crazy, and I'm here to save him from himself.
It's true. I make a lot of faces, too.
Yeah.
What was your favorite outtake? What was your favorite thing that we shot for the video that we couldn't put in the final video?
That didn't make it in the
yeah.
the one. I think there's a scene where we're playing back-to-back Robot, back-to-back Pat. I just wanted more, like, performance.
That's true. We did
like,
shoot a bunch of that.
Yeah, more of us. Because, like, I did a whole bunch of drumming in the full Robot costume.
My favorite outtake was this one hilarious shot. We had, like, a giant octopus tentacle. How do we make the monster use this? I don't know. We didn't have any really good ideas, so we got one shot of me just slapping a building down with a tentacle. If I can find that shot, I'm going to play it right here so you can see how funny it is. I wish I could have made it in the final video.
Well, that tentacle, man. Vic put a lot of work into this video, and we wouldn't have made it without him. So we genuinely want to thank Vic. So thanks, Vic.
Thanks, Victor,
You're
for
super inspiring.
directing. He was the brains behind this video. We were the stupid jokes. He was the skill. We learned so much from him. I hope you've learned something about how we made our music video for This Is Where We Go. You're on our YouTube channel now. You can subscribe and like, and you can go check out all of our other videos where we talk about other stuff and we play other stuff. And why don't you go watch This Is Where We Go again and see if you can catch more Easter eggs. I'm Pat.
This is Miles.
From SHOTTY. We love you guys. Keep it on. Bye.
This is where we go when we have no place to go. We just hang out, sing the night away. This is what it's like when you got no will to fight. We just hang out.
Bump, 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 bump.